that into a meme and post it on Instagram. Because I mean that's real. I mean that's that thing. If you're staying with someone and then they're the bad boy or the bad girl and they're just crazy, but then just in that intimate moment they're just so wonderful. You need to reevaluate what so wonderful is, and maybe try and work to make somebody else so wonderful and take their place.
Yeah, bring someone else up to that standard if you got to go there. But look, people, that's not healthy for you now. Okay, then you know what? If you that desperate for them, you might have to wean yourself off. Okay, which if you want to do the friends with benefits thing, we ain't knocking your flow. Just you need to leave them alone in the long run. This is the point I'm trying to make.
So you're condoning friends with benefits?
No.
Oh,
well,
okay.
only if both of them are on the same page and they can say, okay,
right.
Yeah, it's not. Don't just do it and one catching feelings and the other one. No, that's not nice. Remember, this is the time to be jolly, right? A lot of people are going to be getting jiggy. We know this, K-Rose. This is what they said. This is the season. I must say this on the news. Where did I hear that this morning? I can't even remember. I think it was on the news. They were saying that the baby boom will hit in September because people were getting very happy at Christmas.
Is that a researched fact?
Apparently so. I mean, I couldn't tell you for sure because it's not. They did not ask me, but I don't know. That's what they reckon. This time of year, people get a little bit lubricated and inebriated, and then they start getting happy. And 9 months later, it's hello, baby Johnny, sort of thing.
I'll do some research on that and find out. That's interesting.
That's what they said, and I thought, okay, that's very interesting. But it's true. If you start drinking too much of that rum or any other, type of alcohol, you might find that things happen. So people, don't let that be the reason why you stay with someone who ain't right for you. Okay, especially as today's show topic says, mommy's boys or daddy's girls. Look, if that's something that they do very well, that might be one of the few things they do very well. But that ain't the reason to stick around, because it's a package. Listen, it's a package for me. I'm sorry. That can't be the best part of the package, because look, like I said, if that is the best part of the package, then you need to just maybe start telling them, okay, I don't want to be with you, but if you're in the market for the friends with good luck with that. I can't speak on that because I don't know. Like I said, some people might still have the feelings, and that might make it worse for them to be able to move on. So you have to decide, people. Okay, what are you willing to put up with? What are you willing? Because if you're going to complain on it, we don't, as your friends, we don't want to keep hearing the mess. Okay, so if they're doing that to you, we don't want to know. So I just wanted
that was well put. Thank you.
Yes, because you may decide that reason is enough for you to keep it going, but I personally say keep it moving, as in head the other direction. Because you don't want to be stuck with that and then realize, okay, but I met someone else and, I feel like I could be happy with them, but this is what's keeping me here. No, that's not really a reason, is it? Spend time with the other person, you might find they're even better. Hello. So, see, now, leading me in, K-Rose, to link 13. Because we have so much content in today's show, it's crazy. I have to say, okay, I saw this and I thought, because I talk about the agony aunts, don't I, K-Rose, people giving advice. I seem to have become a surrogate agony aunt. And basically, I saw this letter and I thought it was interesting. I want to know, what do you guys think about this situation? Do you agree with the advice that was given, or do you think the wife should just pack her bags and leave because the situation will never change, basically? Because basically, the letter says, Dear Colleen, my husband is too much of a mummy's boy. And I remember thinking, that's interesting. The fact that a woman has taken the time out to write to an agony aunt because she's had enough, it's got on her nerves so much that she just thought, I can't take it no more. Am I wrong for wanting to leave? Basically. Because she's had enough and he's driving her mad, basically, because the synopsis is her mother-in-law convinced the husband that her parents are bad and greedy. So she's basically saying her husband's a mummy's boy. He shares each and every detail of his life with his mother when they're not around, and he's guided by her into making decisions. So if she approves of someone, her husband will love them and be nice. But if she doesn't, he will cut them off. So he's basically like a mini me kind of thing. And she's saying that his mum convinced him that her parents were bad and greedy and they just want to get their hands on his money. So now obviously that's creating problems for her in her marriage because he's obviously being nasty about her parents and stuff like that.
Okay, and then let me put this little little caveat in this little pin. If you are going to be in a relationship with someone and that person's parents they get on your nerves so much and you can't work it out with your husband or wife, telling not a gossip person, but the columnist, that's having to write a letter is a bad deal to me.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. I was like, okay, the fact that she felt the need to do that.
Right.
Like,
it's something wrong in that world, especially if they don't listen to, or they're not, we were talking earlier about some people don't listen, some people don't communicate. That's a bad deal if, hey, your parents I can't stand your parents. Woo, that's a bad conversation.
Yeah, but the fact that he lets his mother manipulate him, that's bad.
Right.
See, there's so many variants of it. And the fact that she was so desperate to get advice because she knows in her mind that she really can't take it and she can't keep going on like this. So she's that desperate to say, okay, look, I'm going to have to get an outsider's, a stranger's opinion, write an anonymous letter to a columnist and ask their advice. Can they tell me what I should do? Even though people really know the answer normally, but they just want someone else on the outside looking in to tell them what they've already been thinking, innit?
They want a confirmation.
Yeah, basically, and sometimes you just think, wow, she did reply, and people, I want you to read it because I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, in all truth and honesty, you already know that he's a mama's boy. He was a mama's boy from the get-go, right? But if you think you're going to change that, you definitely living in cloud cuckoo land. But yeah, she definitely is living in cloud cuckoo land. But if she wants to persevere, I would say, okay, girl, have at it, because you know they say you married him for better or for worse. Okay, for richer, for poorer. So if she thinks that that's going to happen, okay. If she wants to keep going another few years and then getting even more despondent, maybe she should carry that on. But that's up to her. Personally, I don't know, man.
Well, but you can't. And I think there was somebody on the comment section of the original video that we started this show out with today. And for those listening to the podcast, the very beginning of the podcast, we were talking about a man who videotaped. I actually think he was talking to the quote friend of his wife on one of the apps, and you can record your conversation, your video. And I think that's what he ended up doing. But there was a mention in there from a song, one of the rap songs from back in the day. I'm not even sure who the artist was. But it says you can't turn, as you mentioned before, you can't turn a garden tool into a housewife. And that's what we're talking about here. You can't. Somebody that and that's for men too. I mean, there are males that are just sleep around and just don't really want to be in a real relationship. So I'm not letting men slide. But you can't turn a person who is not a person that's built for relationships into a person that is in a relationship. You can't do it. You cannot do it.
I mean, you could try. You could spend a lot of time trying that, people. That's a lot of work, sweat, tears, maybe some blood too. You could try that.
Why? But no, logical Kenneth universe says why.
Well, I would say why too. But remember, some people, they don't want to see what's right in front of them. They would rather go through it to get to the end and still be like, oh, but we could try because we could try something out. No, it don't work, people. Just keep it moving.
But that's that infatuation with possible physical stuff too. They may have just had such a physical relationship that was just so much the bomb that they were like, well, I'll deal with the fact that he doesn't put on lotion or something, because I know that's a big pet peeve of yours.
Listen, right, please, okay, you don't want to get me started on that. No crispy hands. Do not come to me with that crispy hands.
Okay, no, I'm not.
Crispy body. That shave. Whole of freshing and crispy hands, that's bad.
And I didn't want to derail you at the end of the show, but but again, people, we're basically mentioning. I'm mentioning also. Avani is mentioning. Don't go into a relationship thinking you can change the person.
Right. That's all I'm going to say. But we're trying to help you. We're trying to save you from that. But if you insist, what can we do?
That's right.
If they insist on it, they will have to find out.
Hey, I'm on the side looking in. That's how I look at it.
If we tried to tell you and save you from that life of stress and you decided to step down that road anyway, it's good luck and good night.
Here's what it is.
You just have to let them get on with it. Because you see now, link 14, K-Rose, I know my time is running out on me, people. But I have to share this before we go. Because I know, link 14, see, the ultimate question would be, when does a mummy's boy or a daddy's girl grow up? Do they ever really grow up? You know, okay. I'm just going to have to put it out there. Me personally, I don't think they do. But what do you say, K-Rose? Do you
No.
think they do? There you go, people. So, there you go.
One word answer, no.
Yeah, there you go. So that is letting you know that you can try to travel that road with them, okay? If you think you're going to be able to change them over to growing up, or as you said, trying to turn a garden tool into a respectable partner. No, listen. If you feel it's worth the effort, I personally don't think so. But hey, you may decide that you want to go down that road. That route is a very well travelled route, I might add. But if you want to go there, you can try it. But the article was very interesting. The poor woman, she said that she really tried, but she found him exhausting. And by that she meant his immature way of dealing with things was really getting her down. So again, people, I'm paraphrasing. You can read for yourself, it's link 14, K-Rose. I had to wonder. K-Rose is saying we have to do part 2, people, because there's just been I know you guys are out there saying, you ain't mentioned this, you ain't said that. People, let us know what you think at ask-avani-show on Twitter. You know how to find us and tell me what you think, because this is just crazy. I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, sometimes it's going to be... She said it was exhausting. He was 29, he still lived at home. All these things, and she even put it in the article, she thinks he's been babied a lot. And it made him emotionally immature. So I am going to let you marinate on that.
See, I'm going to I'm making a note right now, okay, because we have to do part 2 of this show. Uh-oh. Because part of what you just said, as a parent, I have some comments on that, because it's possible especially when you have the first child. Uh-huh. There's a lot that goes on that you rework and that you learn with the first child that you change with the second child. So that's definitely going to be talked about on part 2.
So, okay, can you give us, a couple of sentences, synopsis on what you have in mind to tell us, K-Rose?
Well, I'm leaving it right there. I'm not even saying anything, because we're keeping on track, and because the show has been great, and the part 2 is going to be great. So I'm just putting it out there that, hey, things you do with the first child may put you in the position to create a daddy's girl or a mommy's boy, but you better watch out. So I'll just leave that for people, and so they'll be looking for part 2. Okay.
Woo, people! It's been real. My time is run out. I don't want to relinquish the airwaves, but I don't have any choice. So I want to say a big thank you for listening in, everyone, wherever you were. Oh my goodness, UK, USA, Europe, wherever you were around the world. We love you. We love the love, as I so love to say. And I know, K-Rose, this is the last show before Christmas.
The last show before the holiday. And we are going to be back on the Saturday after the holiday. So for everyone that's thinking that, oh, you guys not doing another show? Yes, we are. We are going to do a show, and I guess depending on the calendar, we may, and we're going to give you a year-end show too. So, hey.
Things to look out for, people. Things to see and listen out for. Oh, my goodness. Oh, yes, I have to say, a Merry Christmas, Happy holidays to all the